Alright, so today's video is going to focus on ellipses with centers not at the origin. The center is still H and K, just like the center of a circle. And if the horizontal axis is the major axis, that's where, remember, the number under the X is bigger. So for example, here, the number under the X is bigger, so I know that it's going to be a horizontal ellipse. And to find the center, well, if it's x squared, the x coordinate of the center is 0. But if it's y plus 4, whatever makes that equal 0, so it's negative 4. So now the center shifted to 0, negative 4. So the center is right there. Now everything I do is still the same as if the center was not shifted. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a squared equals 36. So a equals 6. So now I'm going to go 6 to the left and 6 to the right from the center. So if I go 6 to the left here, I get to negative 6, negative 4. And 6 to the right, I get to positive 6, negative 4. So those are my vertices. And then the co-vertices going up and down here, so b squared equals 9, so b equals 3. So I go down 3, and I go up 3 from there. So my co-vertices are 0, negative 1, and 0, negative 7. The foci, the same, c squared equals a squared minus b squared, so 36 minus 9. So it's 27, which means c is equal to rad 27, which is 3 rad 3. And remember, since 36 is 6 and 25 is 5, it's going to be somewhere between 5 and 6. So for the foci, since I'm going this way, I'm going to go, it's going on the x, I'm going to go negative 3 rad 3, comma negative 4. And I'm going to go positive 3 rad 3, comma negative 4. As far as the, but remember it's between 5 and 6. So I'll go like right there, and then right there. So those are my foci. And then when I draw my ellipse, it looks like that. And there you go. So now for the domain and range, the x is negative 6 to 6. And for y at the bottom here, it's negative 7 to positive or negative 1. And that is the range. Alright, if it was a vertical major axis, like this, so now the center is at 1, 0. Now our a squared is 49, so that means a is 7. So that means we're going, here's 1, 0. We're going up 7, and we're going down 7. So that means we go 1, 7, 1, negative 7. And then our co-vertices, we know b squared is equal to 9, so b is equal to 3. So we go 3 to the right and 3 to the left. So we go negative 2, 0, and 4, 0. The foci, c squared is equal to b squared, a squared minus b squared. C squared is equal to 40, so c is equal to 2 rad 10. So remember, that's going to be between 6 and 7. So when I plot it, it's going to go like there and there. But when I write it, I go 1 and negative 2 rad 10. And 1 and positive 2 rad 10. And then I just have to draw my ellipse. And then I have to find the domain and range, which is domain is x, so -2 to +4, because you go from the left to right, and then up and down I go from -7 to +7. Alright, so now for completing the square on conic, on ellipses. So you know it's an ellipse because the number in front of the x and y squared are different. For a circle, they'd be exactly the same. So when we complete the square, we want to gather the x's and y's. And we move the 59. So it should equal 59, sorry. So now, when we complete the square, so before I do anything, I'm not going to divide, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor the common number out in the x's. So here it's 4, so it's x squared plus 2x. And then here it's 9, so it's y squared minus 6y, like that. And then I will complete the square. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1, so I'm going to add 1 here. But in reality on the other side, because I'm multiplying everything by 4 here, so I'm going to add 4. -6 divided by 2 is -3. Squared is 9. So I'm going to add 9 here. But in reality, 9 times 9 is 81. I'm adding 81 to the other side. So when I rewrite this, I have 4 times x plus 1 squared plus 9 times y minus 3 squared equals 144 when I add that all up. So remember, for an ellipse it has to equal 1, so I got to divide by the 144. So I get x squared over 16, or sorry, over 36 plus, sorry, x plus 1 squared over 36 plus y minus 3 squared over 16 equals 1. And then I can do the same thing because now I know the center is -1, 3. I know it's a horizontal ellipse because of the fact that the number under the x is bigger. So a squared equals 36. A equals 6. So from -1, 3, I'm going to go to the right 6 and to the left 6. So I'm going to go to 5 and -7. So -7, 3 and 5, 3. And for B, I'm going to go up and down 4. So I'm going to go up 4 here. So I'm going to go to 7, and I'm going to go to down 4, which is -1. So the x stays the same, but the y changes by 4 up and down. For the foci, we use the fact c squared equals 36 minus 16, so c squared equals 20. So c equals 2 rad 5. So remember, that's going to go left and right because it's horizontal, so I go about 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5, so there. And 1, 2, 3, 4.5 here. So when I add that to the x's, to the vertices, or sorry, to the x coordinate of the center, it's going to be -1 plus 2 rad 5 over 3 to comma 3, and -1 minus 2 rad 5 comma 3, and that is my ellipse. That's a very good drawing, but you get the point. There's the foci. And then the domain is from -7 to +7. Or sorry, -7 to +5. And then the range from the bottom -1 to +7. All right, so that is ellipses that are not at the origin, and how you would, where the center is not at the origin, and how you would do that. All right, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in class.